Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 13. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 21-yard line. That's the end of
the 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this one from about 4 up to the 4 area.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they contained him very well. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
58-yard attempt.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play. If we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what
rush coming, and he's taken down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he finds Montgomery complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. They're running it.
That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A 36-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good.
And
they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
The score, Niners 14, Bears 10.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They helped nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. So we come upon halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
14, Bears 10.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was brought down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The throw right sideline here is complete and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Complete.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
49ers.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Cut. 59.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
The quarterback.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And that's caught inside the 35.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss.
49ers.
Touchdown,
Brandon Cooks. An 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. The 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, second and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and that'll bring up second down.
58 to Mike. Yeah, let's get set.
Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 19-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. On that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about what? And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a first and 10. And the ball on the 30, here's second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
46-yard line.
Back to throw here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
To Allen Robinson. It's a gain of 5.
That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and 5.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Bandit. Bandit. Out, out, out.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And Robinson with a big catch. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Bush. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's good. We're up.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like...
Aldrich Rosa laying up for
yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
The kick is good.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll fire. This is caught inside the 15. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line. Again, McCaffrey, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown,
Christian McCaffrey with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. at their own 38-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
The pass.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. And this will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Single. You go tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And some room to roam now. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Mike 57. Hey,
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That's good.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Mike spot 4.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. 57's a Mike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
The pass.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Niners 40-yard line.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Chicago.
face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal. Still look at me, at the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside. Look when they peep us. Huge us in the belly of the beach, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising. I'm blinded by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising. Thinking, what type of knowledge gon' sink in? Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage. Way before they pour it on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze. On each and every wave, put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Sign on me, this thing is get that stretch, get that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in the blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned